Making the supper, making the supper, making the... Oh boy, time to get the first aid kit.
15 seconds to safety, water, food, light, documents, family, plan, prep smart, act fast, gear up today.
Say hello to my little friends. This kit is designed for someone with the least basic first aid training. Items like tourniquets, hemostat agents, or airway tools require knowledge to use effectively, and thus are not in this kit. I customized it based on specific needs. And an advanced first aid kit should be well equipped to handle a variety of emergencies, from minor injuries to more serious situations requiring stabilization until professional help arrives. Here's a comprehensive list and a list of items that I believe should be included. Now, this is not a trauma kit. This is a first aid kit on steroids. Everything in here is in here for a reason, so let's go ahead and open it up. Starting with the bag itself. The bag itself was from an ill-fated collaboration that I did with Duration Health. I didn't go with them because they like to spend, at the time, it was more expensive. There was more money in this bag than there was in the medication. They've since fixed that, and we'll see if I get involved with them again. But if you want the bag, you have to buy this kit. It's around $299. It does come with antibiotics and some medications that I will show you inside of this kit. It's a two-layered kit, so we're going to open this up, and I keep the zippers offset and to the bottom because you can set them down on anything and then nothing's going to happen. And then when you open it, it's really easy just to go whoop, like so. And then let's go ahead and just open it up. I tried to stick to a very basic setup where, did I just move? Did this whole thing just move? Something just moved. I like to have this set up so that it's really very easy to use. The front part of this, this is a two-layered case, is all for basic boo-boos, cuts, clean them ups, the very simplest things. Like if you really needed, like, hey, I really need some medical stuff. It's the simplest things. For those that are members of the YouTube membership program, there's a full list. It's on the back side of the website that only you can get to. So I will leave a link in the Discord, and you guys can get to it. Here on the front side, some of the basic stuff. I just keep some basic medications up here. We got some Tylenol. We've got, this is actually Advil gel, but so basically ibuprofen. We've got some Neosporin or some triple antibiotics. We've got some cortisone cream. And then up here, we've got some doxycycline. We've got some prednisone and some Z-Pak. And then obviously a thermometer. You're going to definitely need those things. This one gets a little different over here. These are actually sterilized skin markers. You would use these if you, and it's literally just a marker. You can get, you can pick them up in most ERs. You can buy them in bulk if you want to, but they kind of, as long as you keep them sealed up, they pretty much last for a long time. They're not your average Sharpie because they're sterilized, and the purpose of them that you use them for is for spider bites. So you get a spider bite, you're not sure if it's a brown recluse or not, and you want to be able to look for striations that are on the bite, but sometimes, things don't look the same. So wherever you think the bite is, you just draw a circle around it, and if the bite starts to enlarge, or if there are striations on it, it's a brown recluse bite, and you should do something about it pretty quickly. We'll set this. We're going to put this all back here. Tweezers, we know what those are. This is a nifty little tool right here. This is called a comedone extractor. You can actually find this in any of the beauty sections. You don't really have to look in the medical tool department. And the idea is this is actually used for, it's designed to get rid of blackheads, is what it's designed for. You simply, you got something there, you press it down, it creates pressure around it, and then you can pop it or remove it or dig it out, or maybe it just comes out by itself. But the idea is that you use it to apply pressure. and then you can actually like push down. If something comes out, you can pull it, and it will do that for you. But it's great for getting rid of anything that gets stuck inside of your skin. It's a super duper tool. I don't know if you can clearly see that or not, if it's focusing or not. It's kind of difficult sometimes. Oop, fuzzy? Not fuzzy. There you go. But this is called a comedone extractor. It's a neat little tool. We're just going to put it right back inside here. We're going to put our pins back inside here. And that is, this little piece back here is just something that came with the tweezers. It's like a little sheath for them. It's kind of useless. Sliding over a little bit, this is Neosporin foaming liquid. This stuff is great for cleaning out wounds. Used to be the iodine, all this other stuff. So you got to scrub a wound out. You can actually like just spray this on like a regular foam soap and scrub it out or wipe it out, and it actually will apply antiseptic to it. It'll clean it out for you a little bit there. So this is always nice to have. This is trimetaclone acetone. This is I mark all of my boxes. It tells me what. Let's see if I can get that in there. And it tells me, is it focusing? It's so hard to tell if it's focusing. If it's actually focusing for you guys. I'm just going to put it back down here. But basically, this is for inflammation, itching, and the skin. This is a topical steroid. This actually came with this kit. So I keep it in the box so I know what it is. This one is oxaflocin ophthalmic solutions. This is for pink eye, guys. This is for pink eye. This is actually a what do they call this? It is going to come to me. It's an antibiotic that's for pink eye, and you can use that. These are only good for 1 to 2 years if they're stored properly. So hopefully I'll have to get some at some point when the time comes. And then we've got this is a mid-grade. This one's made by Equate, which is basically Walmart. This is a pulse oximeter. You just put it in there. You stick your finger in there. This is great if you're trying to gauge whether people are getting enough oxygen. I'm actually normally around 95 because I've had some lung damage in the past. But as you can see, my pulse is that. So it's really easy to read. You can push the button so you can make it like, I want to read it there. No, I want to read it there. No, I want to read it there. No, I want to read it there. So on and so forth. It has an automatic turnout. It even tells you when you're not being fingered. Isn't that special? Isn't that special? I really wish I knew why this camera keeps not focusing right. But I think you're getting the general gist. This is New Skin. This is a liquid bandage spray. You can literally just clean out the wound and spray this over the top of it, and it will basically create a scab for you. I know somebody's like, super glue, and I'm like, well, listen, super glue was originally designed for the medical community, but it has since gone away. This one has a lot of stuff in it, and I'll go over some of this here in a second, but I also do keep a couple of medium non-stick pads with adhesive, as well as an absorbent bandage for anything that is larger. I just kind of keep them tucked inside of here, out of the way, because, well, there's no reason to have things flying all over the place. Inside of this has actually got some different things there. The big thing is to have a plethora of different bandages, different band-aids. Like I said, this is a first aid kit, not a trauma kit. And so you're going to have all sorts of different sizes and shapes and all this other thing. We've all seen these packages. I like the CVS ones. Some of them are different than others. But also in the very back, I actually have the wound closing strips. They're actually reasonably cheap. You can get a whole handful of these for almost nothing. And you just have to know what you're looking at. Inside of here, I want to show you guys something. It's kind of mind-blowing. I'm gonna open one up for you so you can see what I'm talking about. One of the things that a lot of people don't know is this is actually a multi-tool. Most are like, well, this is the needle for doing diabetic blood testing, and you're absolutely right, it is. But if you search for something online called a what is it? A fine? No, it's a wow, what do they call it when you got a piece of wood stuck in your hand? Somebody put it in the chat. It's a probe. It's the exact same product. So you just spin this off, and now you have this little needle, right? And now you can use this little needle. Oh, there we go. You can use that little needle to probe. You know what? I think my focus is off on this thing or something. You can use that little needle to probe wherever you have a splinter. It's called a splinter probe. If you Google splinter probe, these exact same things are going to pop up. It's pretty interesting. I'm just going to set this aside. It's too much of a pain in the ass to try and use it again. And but yeah, I always keep 4 or 5 inside here for splinters. That way you can actually like have a splinter probe, and then you obviously use that in conjunction with the other 2 tools that are inside of here. And like I said, so this section is like strictly for like, I got a boo-boo, I need to fix that, and the other thing, just the standard stuff that we would use to close holes up on our body and to make us feel better. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and close this up because, like I said, this is a 2-part kit. And we'll just kind of zip that, because when we open it again, if we don't close this up, then stuff's going to go flying everywhere. So we're going to open the kit on the bottom side now. We're going to flip that open. And this is for more of the emergency type things where we're trying to figure some stuff out. Okay, if we start here on the top, we've got our actual, well, you know what that is. You know what that is. And by the way, these things will last almost forever. Well, I won't say forever, but I will say they'll last much longer than the expiration date. The simple thing is pay attention to that window. If that becomes super foggy or discolored, let me take that out. If it becomes super foggy or discolored, then it's no good, okay? And the rule of thumb for these this is atropine. No, is this atropine? No, this is adrenaline, okay, is what it really is, okay? This is for people that are in anaphylaxis. They're going into shock because their airway's closing up. They have basically super allergic reaction, bee sting, stuff like that. The rule of thumb is that it's actually better to use an expired one than to not use anything at all. If you can clearly see that somebody is going into anaphylactic shock because of normally an allergy-based thing. By the way, TM or disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. Don't take medical advice from me. I only know what I know from my training and the internet. The rule of thumb is that it's better to have it and use it than to not use it on somebody who's dying because you're afraid of an expiration date. The next thing in here is, this is a little, at the time it was $1. I think they're $1.25 now. This is a little headlamp. It's made by Ozark Trails. It's a Walmart special. I keep it in here in case I need to look at something, like really, really look at it. I haven't had to do it. Normally I'll replace these when I use them because they're so cheap. You just make sure that you leave the plastic tab. That way the battery never gets touched. And then some simple grab quick medications. Most of these are over the counter. This is Okay, so bottom line is this is for diarrhea. This is a super diarrhea pill. That's what it is. You got somebody who won't stop pooping. That is the magic. And then obviously the color of these should give it away. These are diphenhydramine. This is, where we had here? For allergies. All right, somebody's having a pretty good allergic reaction, or maybe somebody got stung by a bee, but they're not swelling up yet, and they said, hey, I'm allergic to bees, and maybe you want to set it off. You want to, oh man, the whole focus. I did something. What did I do? What did I do? There we go, okay. And then I've got some extra antibiotic cream with pain relief. This is great for kids. And then I always keep a knife in all of my kits. So I've just got this simple, this is once again an Ozark Trail knife. You can open it with one hand. It's sturdy. I like this stippled grip because when I'm wearing the glove, then it actually grips it really, really well. And if you've ever had blood on your gloves before, it's difficult to grip things. So I've got that. It's more of a utility than anything else. No, we're not doing surgery with it because that would be stupid. And then, like I said, we get into the bigger things. We've got the standard, penny cutters. This is a good one. Make sure you guys have a good set of these. I'm just going to go and set these over here because this is kind of deep. I've got my standard rolled gauze. There's 3-pack. This is non-sterile. This is what you're going to be using. And if you've got to pack gauze into somebody for some reason, which you shouldn't be using this kit, then it's not going to matter if it's sterile or not, because the whole thing is non-sterile anyway. But this is good for wrapping small wounds, also for packing wounds. We're going to set this over here. This is the Eye Relief Wash by Bausch & Lomb. These things are not expensive. It actually has an eye cup. The general idea is that this is used for flushing an eye out that may have debris in it. I can start putting stuff back in here now. This is more heavier bandage, like I'm getting some serious bleeding, or I need to clean out an open wounds so that I can find the bleed and apply something more to it. That's literally all this is. You can buy this stuff in bulk. I put it in a Ziploc bag. I suck some of the air out of it, and I'm golden. It doesn't matter if it's sterile or not. This is a wrapping bandage. You can also use it as a pressure bandage, but it's not technically designed. This is the kind that it's not sticky. It's designed, adheres to itself. So this is great for doing a spray, like wrapping an arm or a leg or an ankle. You could actually use this to stabilize an ankle as a wrap. You could put a splint in it. You can do lots of things, but we're starting to go up in the level of care when we reach for this stuff. This is for people that have a diabetic issue. This is what they call a glucose shot. You can buy the tablets to chew up. You can buy the gels in the little packs. But I like the shots because if it's a kid, they'll just drink it because it's yummy. They don't have to worry about like trying to suck it out of the package, and they don't have to worry about chewing it up. If you got somebody that's in diabetic shock, then you could actually use this as long as you knew the type of diabetes they had. That would be important. This is a pressure bandage, okay? This was marketed as an emergency bandages. It's made by ACA, which is a semi-reputable company, but this is not what I wanted in here. This was supposed to be like the biggest, most important piece of gear in here as far as taking the level of care up to the above advanced level with an Israeli bandage. I have an Israeli bandage on the way. I may replace it with something even more advanced here in the next 48 hours, but this is still a good bandage to have. I just wouldn't depend on it to like hold in lots of blood, is keep pressure on a wound, because most of the time the plastic that's in this, because basically this is a knockoff Israeli bandage is what it is. Okay, so it's not completely bad, but it's not exactly what I want in the kit. That will be replaced in the next 24 hours. I got it. It's on the way. Amazon says it's on the way. I got a space blanket in here just because you never know. I might have to grab this kit and go someplace with it where I don't have access to any of my other trauma kits. Yeah, it's just good to have. It's just good to have. Also, we're moving up. We've got some bleed stop. Obviously, this is for stopping blood. You need to know how to use it. It's pretty simple, really. You follow the instructions and watch some videos on this stuff because it's kind of important. This is Silvex. This is is this the burn stuff? No, it is not. You can use this for burns if you want to, but it has multiple capabilities. It was actually designed for burns. But it's great for lacerations, cuts, and it's good for up to first and second degree burns. And then we've got just a little bit of antiseptic hand wipes. This is okay, but these are nice to have. If I was just cleaning a spot, that would be great. But when we start to talk about cleaning ourselves or a larger area, you've got the nice and clean sanitary hand wipes, and these things are great. They're almost like baby wipes, but they sanitize. I'm going to set this off to the side. What do we got here? I always keep some chewable aspirins. And the reason I always keep chewable aspirins is because when somebody is having a heart issue, you get one of these, you tell them to chew it up and go get it under his tongue and get it dissolved. And this could actually save somebody's life. These stupid 81 milligram chewable aspirins that are made for kids, they are great for heart attacks. And then we've got some rubber gloves. I've got a couple of sets in here, or should I say nitrile gloves. Never buy vinyl gloves, guys. Vinyl and blood do not mix because they make the vinyl super duper slick. And then I opted to have the large tape. Ooh. Did it roll up in there? What is it doing? There we go. I'm not sure why it did that. It's kind of weird. It's kind of sticking where it's not supposed to be sticking, but that's okay. That's how this rolls, man. That's how this. I'll fix this later. I'll fix this when I'm done making a video. Oh, that's why, because it's in there backwards. There we go. When I opened it, it just kind of said, I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. All right. So it's made so you can replace the rolls, but it's way too modular. Oh, this is so good for making videos, guys. This is the best. This is the best way to make videos. So we're gonna pull this tape out now while we have the chance. All right, and then we're gonna fix this. Like I said, it is designed to come apart like this, and the reason is because they want you to be able to change the roll when you're done. There we go. And we're gonna pop you out like that, and we're gonna close this up kind of. Why are you being such a pain in the butt? There we go. And then the problem is that it actually like creates this, the teeth, they bite into it. And that's why it did that. So it is what it is, but have some medical tape. And then the last thing that's in here is the, oh, that's right, I forgot. The batteries. The end battery is always flipped, so I can use it. This is so if I really need to get somebody's blood pressure, it's just a wrist cuff. I can throw it on there. I can hit a button, and it's going to start doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's just that easy. Like right now, it's going to start trying to do stuff. I better turn it off. There, nope, off. There we go. And this way, I can actually, if there's a real serious problem, I can actually like get their blood pressure instead of fighting with all the different things. Okay, I hope this clarifies everything, guys, about what is inside of my first aid kit and what I classify as an advanced first aid kit. Hopefully you guys learned something from this. Do me a favor, put something in the comments if you got any questions. Remember, this is not a trauma kit, guys. This is not a bullet. This is not a, let's patch holes in people's bodies type of kit. And I'll leave a link to this company who makes this bag if you're interested. But if you want to buy that, that's going to be on you guys. I'm not going to help you do that. All right, guys. Oh, there we go. I got it back. I think I got it back. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up on the way out the door, and you guys have a great, great day. Bye-bye.